I'm out here to support the people making their voice known, to protest ICE in our cities, to protest the Trump administration in general. They're extremely corrupt.
There's people out here that are being kidnapped, and people that step up to protect those people, they're being killed for it. So I think it's not right. And I think it's time that everyone needs to step up and speak for what's right. I'm pretty left-leaning, but I have a lot of right-leaning friends, and they are 100% against everything going on, because they know it's wrong. It's a lot of people are changing their mind. They're seeing the faults of their actions, and they're realizing that the people that we should be against aren't immigrants or people that come here illegally. It's the people that tell us to hate those people.
Indiscriminate violence, people's human rights that are just being violated. I actually grew up registered a Republican, but I just can't. It's just so wrong on so many levels. There's so many things wrong that I don't even know where to start.
The lack of decency and justice in our country.
Just being against Trump and everything he's been doing. From the start, it was just more that he was acting like a dictator, but as things have moved on, it's everything with ICE. He's actually hurting people.
I just cannot stand the things that he's doing to our country. My dad and all his cousins were World War II vets. My dad was a Republican. He would say that Trump is a blowhard, and that's one of the worst things he could have ever said about somebody, and he is.
Corruption in the Department of Justice is a big one. The disregard for the judicial system and the rulings by the Supreme Court, that's a huge one. As far as the tariffs, he's ruining the economy. It's the racism, it's the elitism, and of course it's the ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
The Epstein business, the more that you hear about it, I mean, it just appalls me. It appalls me that grown men think it's okay to abuse girls. So, vulnerable children. Trump and his minions are doing their best to keep that undercover, and it's just disgusting.
Well, the fact that all of these billion-dollar elites and high-profile, mostly men, have gotten away with something, and it's terrorism of young girls. And I think there's probably even more to it than they've even uncovered and released so far. So I think we need to get to the bottom of it. Who you aren't above the law, and especially when it comes to pedophilia with children, raping children. So
I don't trust him because he lies constantly, and I don't like that. That's not a good attribute for a president. I care about this country, that's why. What's going on is not right. That's all.
I was born in this country, and yet many of us who were born in this country as well are still feeling somewhat paranoia because of what he's doing. Unless we stand up and fight for what this country must be, it's never been that, but at least it has a promise of what it can be, the social experiment of what America can be. It's not perfect, but together we can make it better.
I think people are just getting sick and tired of stuff. I mean, it's just constant one day after another,
I think some of the basis just goes to a lot of division in this country, a lot of wealth inequality.
People are losing so much at the moment, so I gotta stand up for the people who are losing.
For me, I really just want to be proud of my country, and it's hard to do that when so many hateful things are happening.
This is only the second time I've ever protested. First time was in 1967 and 68. I feel as strongly about this as I did the Vietnam War. So I don't like him, I don't like his policies, and it does make a difference. People say it might not, but it does.
My father fought in World War II in the Pacific, fought against this kind of thing, and now here we are.
Yeah, just what I'm seeing is so wrong. Yeah, I want the truth to mean something. I want accountability to mean something.
You know what? If Congress isn't going to act, if they're not going to use the power that they have because they're afraid, then the people have to act. And that's what's happening.
I'm from the East Coast. I saw what he did to Atlantic City. He's always been a grifter. He's always been somebody who just stealing from everybody. What I was taught as being a Christian is loving thy neighbor, is taking care of the poor, taking in the immigrant. This is so antithetical to Christianity.
You see what's going on in the world, I feel like it's our duty to speak up and do the right thing, and make sure that everyone is being allowed to just live.
It's the racism. Obama's were portrayed as apes. That kind of made me really mad. And no apologies, and still no apologies from the GOP in general. But I don't think the majority feels that way. I think our country's not lost like a lot of people.
I'm hearing more and more outrage, especially among people like me. I happen to be independent, and as far as political affiliation, and I get the sense that more and more independents are understanding the outrage.
I've definitely talked with some folks who used to be Republicans, and they even said, like, this is too far for me these days.
The American people are starting to wake up. People are raising their voices, asserting their voices. Let's take a step now. Heaven knows what's going to happen in the next few years.
Encourage folks to participate in their caucus and assemblies locally, because that is how we actually enact change within the Democratic Party. We need to get money out of our politics. We need to get grassroots candidates onto the ballot and serving the public.
Yeah. Peace out.